Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking on the Reddity Rose Report. Got a lot of news here, some interesting stuff too, just hang on, I'm getting to it. Anyway, a lot of people about the confrontation between Lesnar and Undertaker thought that the confrontation was legit between the two because they've had heat in the past. While Lesnar and Taker were never best friends, they always had mutual respect for each other. And there's been talk going around about Lesnar working WrestleMania 27, which I heard about that, in a similar deal, sort of like Floyd Mayweather did a few years back. Some sources don't believe that a formal offer was made, but are sure that talks did exist. This information is well guarded secret that very few people know. Me and you, we know about it. WWE Creative didn't know what was real or what was the work the next day when they eventually were kind of clued in, and was told to start coming up with ideas. There was talk this week of Lesnar's special guest refereeing Taker at the WrestleMania match, which could be against either Kane or Wade Barrett. Remember me telling you about they rehired Freddie Prinze Jr.? Well, anyway, he's been working behind the scenes after he departed the company earlier in the year. But his new role with the company is working on producing vignettes. He was backstage at Bragging Rights pay-per-view. We still haven't heard word yet if Undertaker's going to be having surgery, but there's fear that if he kept working with the injury, it was just going to get worse. In a few months, he would have no choice then to get surgery, but that would be closer to WrestleMania time. We want to keep him in good shape for that, to keep that streak going. Taker may avoid surgery for fear that he still won't be back for WrestleMania. Either way, but resting up the shoulder for right now and not having surgery yet. He's going to try and do a little on the rehab. Biggest concern, like I said, is they also got to get him on WWE TV around time, about a month at least or two before WrestleMania 27 to get the storyline going. TNA's live event, Grand Rapids, Michigan, October 21st, drew about 700 fans. The show in Cadillac on October 22nd, drew about 500 fans. The show October 23rd in Saginaw drew about 800. And the show in Port Huron, I guess, on the 24th, drew about 700 fans. Can't understand why they can't draw bigger crowds at house shows, or whether it's TV taping or not, because man, they have good shows, and it's well worthwhile going. If they're around in your area, check them out. Decent price too. Hernandez's contract with TNA is going to be expiring soon, but he's suspected he's going to be sticking around. The deal where Ric Flair keeps getting iced on Impact, it's kind of funny. Anyway, by his Fortune friends, based on the idea that TNA thinks someone being iced is cool, no pun, and connects with the younger male demographics that they're trying to connect with. If you try Coke, pot, airplane glue, and crack, you can probably get them demographics too if you want to get the ratings up some. Of course, they'd never know what's going on the show. TNA World Champion Jeff Hardy, he missed the final two Impact tapings that was going to be airing right before Turning Point. Hardy's court case, by the way, is rescheduled for October 25th. So it's possible that they're doing something because he may be in an absence there for the court case. But I think I found out later in here, maybe I mentioned it, I will mention it, I think his lady friend had a baby. So I'm going to have the Hardy kids. Today's report from TNA or WWE signing St. Louis-based independent wrestler, the future Donovan Ruddock, to a developmental contract is incorrect, and they merely just offered him the deal, but nothing's been signed. Those close to Ruddock says they freaked at the word about him joining the company and leaked out online, and could have canceled the deal. And a photo has surfaced online of Raw's scrip ring announcer Justin Roberts had at the ringside Monday night. That kind of happened about a year or so ago. A similar instance occurred last year where the entire script for most of the recent episode of Monday Night Raw was emailed to a website believed to be a directive, or rather from a creative writer who had just been laid off. While no legal action was taken, Vince was said to be infuriated over the ordeal. It's because we found out that there were scripts. Man. MVP got some more heat on him the other day from officials for his tweeting. He commented about not getting the push. They're going to push you right out of there. They're straighten up. One of the reasons Caitlin and Maxine match on October 19th NXT was so bad because the ring was late and being set up, and the rookies had no time to go through their matches. The ring was set up, was delayed because the rig for the ring for the Undertaker angle had to be pulled. You know, where you pull down Kane through the ring. It had to be a special deal, I guess. WWE cable network launch has been delayed by several months. The network originally was targeted to launch in early 2011, but that changed. They changed the date to January 12, rather 2012. All right, TNA Knockouts. Chelsea and SoCal Val is advertised to appear at the MegaCon 2011, which is taking place March 25th and March 27th, 2011 at Orange County Convention Center, Orlando, Florida. TNA's Mickie James is participating in an auction benefiting St. Jude's Research Hospital this Friday at Bailey's Pub and Grill, Richmond, Virginia. Go by there and just drop off money for a sandwich. Advertising for the event reads, not only will some of Richmond's sexiest singles be up for auction, but country music and wrestling sensation Mickie James will be auctioned off too. Ooh. For more information, you can check her out at mickiejames.com. Former TNA Knockout Rosie Lottalove announced Tuesday on Twitter that she's engaged to be married. I'll be damn, I missed out on that too. Alright, this little story here. It's how the UK Sun is about an interview that William Regal did for him. And he tells about his addiction to pills and turning insane and things like that. So life meant nothing back then. Anyway, Regal tells a story about his time in WCW on a flight from Tokyo, Japan to Detroit in the late 90s. He says, catch this, I was rather out west on booze, he says. I went to the plane's commode and I had my foot in the door, which hadn't shut. Said I was relieving myself when the hostess tapped me on the shoulder and I spun around. And he said the next thing I knew, I woke up in jail in Anchorage, Alaska, when I should have been in Detroit. I had no memory of why I was there. I was in an orange jumpsuit and handcuffed to another guy and taken to court. They were going along a line of prisoners reading out their charges, and I was laughing and thinking, this is all a terrible mistake. And when they read out my charges, urinating on a flight attendant. Regal admitted by the way, that was all that, I guess. Regal admitted that he used steroids in the past, but says it's not my game anymore. Regal also told about 2003 he needed a heart transplant, but never went through with the operation. He told his son, I was stunned when they told me I'd never wrestle again, and they found only about 15% of my heart was functioning. The heart's fine. Said, I don't trust what doctors say now. I don't know. Anyway, the article notes that Regal has agreed on a new 3.5 year deal with WWE. So he's going to be around for a while. And this is a little something, I'm going to try and get at this all in. Following was Kevin Nash, what he said on WWE about the youth movement. And Jericho had taken to his Twitter account, for comments. But anyway, Nash says, for those who don't know, Nash said it was a mistake that he felt younger talent does not know how to draw money or asses into seats. So you're basically going to wait 6-7 years to get any return on investing in younger stars. I don't think the business can wait that long. Jericho tweeted back, Nash's interview was so short-sighted and indicative of the entire WCW attitude. He said the WWE's youth movement is a mistake. He said, ask The Rock, Goldberg, John Cena if it took them 6 or 7 years before they drew money. 6 or 7 months maybe. People want to see something new. I want to see something new and fresh. What I like. I'm sure you guys do too. Hey, thanks for clicking. I gotta go.